A lot of success since he moved from the starting rotation to the back end of the bullpen. What difference have you noticed in catching him or observing him?
I don't think there's been too much of a difference. I think he's got a lot of really good stuff, and it's hard for guys to pick up on him. A couple times through the order, guys are obviously going to hit better. That's why starters' ERAs are typically higher than those of relievers, and Tonko's got a really good slider and a really good fastball, and it plays well in the bullpen. So I think it just comes down to Vance figuring out what guys do best, and he's been excellent at that role.
How did you kind of sense that he accepted that role when they took him out of the rotation?
I think we have a lot of very selfless guys. Yeah, he's been awesome about it, and I know Zastro started a lot last year, and he hasn't complained once about coming out of the pen. So I think it just comes down to guys being selfless, and Tonko's been a really good job of that. I've never heard him complain one time, and he's been really good about that.
What's the vibe in the clubhouse, would you say, heading into this series?
I think it's really good. I think guys are loose, guys are free, and I think we need to continue to carry that onto the field. I think last weekend against Utah on either Saturday or Sunday, I think it was Sunday, and we were down early. Guys were a little tense and a little tight, and I think, Kane hit the big home run, and guys started playing a little looser. And I think we need to do that from the jump and from the beginning, and that's going to help us have a good series.
Where's this whole banana thing come from?
I don't really know, to be honest. I think that's a better question. I don't know if you asked Tonko about that and some of the other guys. I kind of try to stay out of the way of that and let the bullpen guys do their thing, but it's helping us win. I know that.
You mentioned Andrew Kane. What's kind of been cool to watch the emergence of a young guy like that?
I think it's really cool. I mean, Kane's been doing a great job. Having sporadic at-bats throughout the season, and then when he gets his opportunity, he's done a really good job of coming in and contributing for us, and I think that's one of the big things. We've had a lot of guys come up big for us. We have a lot of depth, and it's been huge.
Chip used hot hand to describe you getting the last two starts this last weekend, and that's kind of how he's looking at it for that position. Why do you think things have been working so well for you at the plate?
I think it's just my process, just sticking to my plan, and I've continued to do that, and I think I mentioned this to you guys a couple weeks ago, like not changing anything, like when I was playing or not playing, and so I've just stuck to that. I found a couple of things to simplify my swing and to work, and it's been working out. So I think I'm gonna have continued success, and we'll stick to it.
Did you figure those things out in terms of simplifying? Was that something?
It's a little bit of me, and it's a little bit of Toby. Toby's done a great job helping me in my swing. I think last year, I just kind of was a little bit on my own, when I was at St. Mary's and figuring stuff out for myself. But Toby's really helped me come into myself and my swing, and he's something I can rely on.
What were those things?
I just simplified. Normally when you have a good swing, you're not adding things, but you're subtracting, taking things out. So I've subtracted some things. I was a little bit wider last year. I'm a little bit taller, a little bit looser. Just simple things that have helped me out, really.
Sharing time with Adonis, what's the relationship like?
Donnie and I have a great relationship, and I think we understood, from the beginning. Chip, he told us what it was going to be, and he was perfectly truthful about it. He said, we're going to split games at the beginning, and if one guy starts hitting better, that guy's going to play, and that's kind of what happened. Donnie started hitting; he was hitting better than I was, and not that Donnie. I don't think Donnie's not hit good. I think I've just been hitting good, so that's why I've been playing, but. Yeah, the relationship's really good. I love coming to the field every day and hanging out with Donnie. He's a great person for our clubhouse. I think he's really changed the vibe here, and it's been really good for us.
A lot of guys have talked about the chemistry that this team has. You obviously don't have the same basis of comparison to last year's team or the year before, but you've been here since last summer. How would you describe what the chemistry is like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fun. It comes down to fun. This team has a great time together. We mesh really well, and I think it's cool. There's a lot of different personalities on this team. I mean, there's personalities that I haven't encountered in my life before on this team, and we've really found a way to come together, and it's been really great for us. And I think it comes down to the coaches too. Like they allow us to be free and play free, and we kind of translate that onto the field and in the locker room. So it's a good relationship with everyone.
Have you ever been on a team where there's like tension between the hitters and the pitchers, or just one side kind of isn't holding up their end of the bargain?
No, honestly, not too much. So I heard that was kind of the deal last year, but no, I don't think I've been a part of a team where it's been that drastic. Yeah.
What do you mean personalities you haven't encountered?
Just guys I haven't met, before, and just yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Like just different personalities. Like just people I haven't encountered before, and trying to situate with them and figure out how to mesh together. It's been really important and really good for us.
What's the one thing as a competitor
I think they go about their work the right way, and they're extremely consistent. I think that's one of the things you want out of a starter is like give you a chance to win and like show up the same way every day. And they do that. You know, Clark, Jackson, and Walty all have great routines, and they show up and give us a chance to win every game. And that's kind of all you can ask for. And I think at times we overwhelm teams because our starters are so consistent that they give us a chance, and we kind of just pound on them.
How do you approach pitching to a guy like Travis Bazzani, who leads the Pac-12 in home runs? He might be the first pick in the draft. He's walked like 66 times.
Yeah,
This year.
I think that's for Vance to figure out. You know, I'll let him do that. I think Vance is one of the best pitching coaches in the country, and we're so lucky to have him. And I trust Vance and his game plan, and I'm sure we're gonna find ways to get him out.
Any more questions?
Thank you, Blake.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.